Crabman from Crabman Gaming here. Today I am going through recent game pickups 5. I have 46 games to go through with you today. Just at the start, I appreciate if you would like the video, comment, and if you are enjoying this video, then please subscribe. Okay, the first thing I'm going to go through today is I picked up an original Xbox. Came with this cool kind of see-through blue controller, a remote, and about 12 games, which I'll go through at the end. Sadly, the disk drive wouldn't load, so that was a little bit annoying. I picked that whole bundle up for $50. I'm going to try and soft mod it, as I do have about 150 original Xbox games, so maybe look out for that video in the future. The next thing, well, the first game on the collection is the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection, and this is just absolutely fantastic. I don't care if people say it's just ROMs that have been put onto a cartridge. It is absolutely amazing. I've got about 35 stars on 64, and I'm at about 45 stars on Galaxy. I've never actually played Sunshine, so I'm saving that until last. Look at this glorious art in between. The cartridge is in my Switch at the moment. My recommendation, definitely pick this up if you have a Switch. Got a couple of PS4 games, from the great to not so great. This came out on the same day as Mario. Gee, I'm a huge wrestling fan. I have about 25 Royal Rumble videos on my channel, including this from Battlegrounds, but this was a really big disappointment. Full of microtransactions. Not recommended unless you pick it up for maybe $10. So this cost me $59. Mario cost me $69. I wish I could have taken this back to the store. I didn't. My next game is, I just picked this up last night, so I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I've played Last of Us 1. So I've really just done the installation, 95 gigabytes required. If you look inside, it's like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Final Fantasy Remake, where you get 2 discs. You have an installation disc here, and I've actually got the play disc in my PS4. So really looking forward to playing through that. The next is, I got a little bundle online from Marketplace. This is probably my best find of the whole bundle. It's Dragon Quest IV, the Chapters of the Chosen. Now, I've always been looking for more Dragon Quest games. I've played 8 and 11 and probably another one I've forgotten. Always looking out for them. I think this is in my new 3DS XL. I've just played through about the first half an hour. I didn't realize how rare this game was. I went on eBay. The cheapest one I could find was $185. So this is definitely for me to keep and not resell. But yeah, this was just $5. And I also got these 3 games as well. Poptropica Adventures, it looked pretty cool, so I picked it up. Another game which I've almost heard nothing about. I can find no information about it at all, but it looks like it's from the creator of Hello Kitty. It's called Angel Cat Sugar. Just a really kid-friendly game. I gave this a go for about 10 minutes. It was pretty good fun. There was no enemies. It's just really about collecting things. Pretty interesting. Probably have the thing on it. There it is. The game cartridge is there. So very little information about this game online, but I thought it was pretty cool to pick up. And now the last one, it's a shame it doesn't have the original packaging, but this is called Easy Piano and Keyboard. And, oh well, it's just a old EB Games case. So I thought the only attachment was the Guitar Hero attachment, but you actually, I'll put that here, you actually get this little keyboard, and I'm just going to play a few seconds for you just to show you how it works. If I can find where I need to press. So you have this mini keyboard, and you just play along to the song. So there's lots of, I've made a bit of a mistake there because I'm trying to play around. I'm trying to play around the camera. But a really cool little attachment. The only problem is you can't play this on a DSi. You need the GBA slot here. Alright, that's as much as I'll show you there. But I thought you would like to see a little bit of Easy Piano and Keyboard with the attachment. Game I found, I didn't take some of the stickers off these, so they were all $5 each. I'll buy pretty much any wrestling game as long as it's cheap. I remember playing this back in the day, WWE Smackdown Vs Raw 2009 on the DS. You have to use the stylus a lot as well to do your moves, but for $3, I couldn't say no. And then my local Big W, I actually went to 2 Big Ws, had a bit of a clear out of PS4 games. So all the following games were $10 each. So I do always mean to play my VR a little bit more, but we have Space Junkies here on the PlayStation VR. So this was $10, so I thought it's pretty good. I'm trying to collect as many physical VR games as I can. An absolute classic game here that I haven't played. I really want to play Yakuza 0. This has a Metacritic of about 86. So if you haven't played this, well, you should. And I haven't played it and I want to. So I'm going to try and find time to play this. A game that seemed to bomb really badly, Shenmue III. This hasn't been out that long at all. This came out earlier this year. This was just $10. It kind of, I think, hugged the original Shenmue 1 and 2 too closely, and I tried to play Shenmue 1 last year. It was just very slow, even though I like a lot of the ideas. $10 more here, Ark Survival Evolved. Obviously, a survival game, but I had a little bit of a look online, and I'm quite interested in it, so I do want to play it. Again, reviews a little bit hit and miss, but it's the kind of game that I generally enjoy. Then we've got Super Monkey Ball, which is a bit of a remaster from Super Monkey Ball. I think it was on the Wii. I can't remember what other consoles it was on, but I definitely remember it being on the Wii with the Wiimote. So that was $10 as well. And then I really love bizarre games that people haven't heard of or have a really limited release. I think the cover for this is so bad because you look at this cover and you can't even work out what kind of game it is. It actually says DCL, even though this doesn't look like a D at all. It is the Drone Champions League, which it does say it down here. But you glance at this cover and you have no idea what this game is about. It is actually about racing drones. So very little information online about this game, but I do want to give it a go. Maybe I'll start a bit of a weird game series, but I thought that was cool and it was only $10, so it was reduced from $60. So why not? A couple of interesting ones here. We've got Unravel 1 and 2 for the Xbox One in a bundle. That was $7. Again, for just about all these games, I do want to play, but will I find the time? I'm not sure. At a Cashies, I found WWE 2K16 for just $3, so didn't have this on the Xbox One. So I thought, hey, it's just $3. Let's pick it up. Now, I do have a special bookstore that I go to sometimes, which sometimes has games. They had this copy of Skyrim. It's just, you can see here, it was just $2, which is really awesome. And if you look inside, it still has the map, which is great. Has a receipt for when they bought it a while ago. Unfortunately, they also paid for the disc protection from EB Games. Don't do that. Disc looks really good. So $2 to own another copy of Skyrim. Have a lot of copies of it, but it was just $2. And then this was another $2 game here. One I didn't have, Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. So always worth picking up a kind of branded game, a Star Wars game for $2. Had another good find a few weeks ago. This was at an op shop and they just had a basket of old Wii games. These were absolutely the highlights. They didn't have prices on. I was kind of hoping there'd be a few dollars and I'd buy the whole basket. But the lady there said she'd do them for $7 each. So I thought, well, I'll just pick these two out. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. A bit of a secret, I've actually never played a Super Smash Bros. Game, so this could be my first one. And Zelda Twilight Princess, which I did have years ago, and I didn't love it, but I think it's a bit better the longer you get into the game. So those were two really good finds, just $7 each for those. Found another couple of cheapies on the Wii from a cash converters, a good place to find games at the moment. Please don't go there and take all the games I want to buy. $2 for Wii Sports Resort. I actually didn't have this, so that's really cool as well. It seems like, oh, there's like a lot of seemed quite heavy, like it had a big booklet in there. And then also this weird game, which is called SimAnimals. So that was just $2 as well. I don't really know what you do. You find animals. It says play with more than 30 animals. So I think it's just a whole bunch of mini games. But look at the cover. The cover is awesome. And it was just $2. So how can you say no to that? Now, not my local JB Hi-Fi. Actually, I've got a couple more from Cash Converters first. Ashes Cricket 2009. This is one of my missing cricket games, so I will record a video on this and upload this to my cricket game channel. I only had this on the 360, and it wouldn't actually work on my Xbox One. It wasn't backwards compatible. So this was one of my missing games. I'm glad I found it. There's a cool PlayStation Move game called The Fight. I tried to look online. There wasn't much footage on this at all, so another one I could perhaps play, and you can use two PlayStation Move controllers here. So I do like these weird Move games because they didn't sell very well at all. So cool to get them. All right, my local JB, we're just clearing out some old games. You had to find them in the bargain bin, and literally I bought every one I could find. So the first one, which is actually a pretty cool game to find, is Wallabies Rugby Challenge, which is just $1. I like any kind of Australian-themed sports games that wouldn't have a wide international release. So for $1 for a rugby game is pretty cool. Diggs Nightcrawler. This comes with the big book. I actually already have this big book series, but again, if it's $1, I can't say no. And also sometimes they're good just for a replacement case if you ever need to swap out a case. So that's pretty good. Singstar Volume 2. Never really played Singstar. You can listen to me sing on SmackDown Here Comes the Pain videos for Chris Jericho's entrance, but unless they've got Judas by Fozzy on here, they definitely don't. I know that was a bit of a joke. Then I don't really want to sing it. Check out this game, the best PlayStation 3 game of all time. Get Fit with Mel B. And you can use the move again with this, enhanced with the eye. I think you can play this without the eye. But if you want to get fit with Mel B, this is the game for you. Another one here, Dude's Big Adventure. And I think you needed the big, huge bankruptcy tablet for this as well. That pretty much bankrupted the company because it was really expensive and no one really wanted the huge tablet. But for some reason, this game's just floating around, U-Draw, just floating around on its own. You know, possibly if you've bought the U-Draw with another game and then you want, hey, I want another game for my U-Draw system, that's the one for you. Cool, cool cover. I love this cover so much. It is Madden 09 All Play on the Wii. $1 whole. They've tried to reduce it a few times. So this must have been sitting in the JB Hi-Fi for like 11 years, waiting for somebody to buy it. Although it was pre-owned, so maybe it got traded in. I just got this because it was $1, and I know there's things like NCAA football 13 or 14 that are worth a ridiculous amount of money. So sometimes I think, hey, is this game worth a lot of money? And then Dance Party Club hits. These games are just getting better and better. Another whole $1 of my hard-earned money. You play it with a GameCube controller though, so yeah, that could be pretty cool. All right, I haven't really looked at this too much. It's time to shake your body. All right, let's move on. I've got three games to go, and then I'm on to my big Xbox bundle. Samurai Warriors 3, $3. I assume this is a bit like Dynasty Warriors, just a bit of a hack and slash kind of game. Oh yeah, it's got a nice big booklet in there. Sometimes the cases feel really heavy, which is unusual now because the cases are just a disc and a little one-page sleeve. So feeling a book in is actually makes the box feel quite heavy. We've got MotoGP 06. This has a really high Metacritic. I went and looked this up. I think at least over 80. Oops, it's still sticky tape shut. Haven't even had a look. Maybe the game's not even in there. It sounds like it is though. So I do like old racing games because they're really easy to pick up and play. You know, you don't have to learn a complicated control system. You can just go whack it in. It's bike racing. I know what I'm going to get. My aim is to win the race. Next one is F1 Race Stars. I think I had this on PS Plus, but a physical copy is pretty cool. So it's like arcade Formula 1. So there it is there. It looks pretty good inside. So yeah, again, it's racing. It's easy to pick up and play. You don't have to learn complicated controls. I don't know if this sold very well, but it's got 94% down here from Toxic. You know, just a well-reputed game reviewer. All right, now we're on to the bundle, which I bought for $50 with the Xbox. When I opened the Xbox, it would load, but the games wouldn't load up. So the disk drive would open, but yeah, you didn't get anything. But I got these cool games with it. So yeah, if I get one that does work, I can play all these games. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, pretty awesome. Hopefully you're enjoying Tony Hawk's 1 and 2. I haven't got it yet. I might have to wait for it to hit to get a bit cheaper. Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, not quite on the elite level. And Crash Bandicoot's just come out in this last week, Crash Bandicoot 4. So if you've been playing that, let me know how you've been going. A cool racing game, MX vs ATV Unleashed. I'm not sure, featuring Australia's Chad Reed. I'm not sure this is the best game, but again, it's a racer. You know what you're getting in for. Drive 3R, it's Driver 3 with a weird name. Obviously, it sold enough to get on the classic list here. Brute Force, a game. I remember seeing this in the game store, obviously years ago. Nice big book. Look how big the books used to be. But I haven't played it. Bit of a first-person shooter. I don't know how long it is. 18 missions through 6 worlds. I think it's got a really cool cover though, so I like this kind of lizard man here. Another cool racing game, Need for Speed Underground. Played Need for Speed Heat not too long ago. So this person obviously had some pretty good taste in games. Oh, I remember playing this. I haven't played this for such a long time. Unreal Championship. This is just fast-paced shooting fun. And it was good to play a shooter of this quality on a console as well. Generally, if you wanted to play something like this, you had to play it on a PC. Not everyone had a good PC. Same like this is a kind of a PC port here of Counter-Strike. I do already have a copy of this. I think I've got about 3 copies of this game, but doesn't hurt to have another one. Max Payne, very kind of film noir type game. Bit of a kind of action adventure. I remember I had friends around the time of this came out. They absolutely loved the Max Payne series. I've never played it, but they used to say it was good. Finding Nemo. It's a weird way they write it on the cover here. It's like Disney and a backslash, which I don't really understand. But you got Finding Nemo here. What else have we got? Burnout 3 Takedown. Oh, I used to love the Burnout games. So that's one I played a little bit. Good fun. I've also got that on the PS2. And the final game for today. Hey! We've perhaps saved one of the best games for last. It is Halo Combat Evolved. Obviously the game that put the Xbox on the map. Now, for some reason, I can't put cards at the end of this video due to the weird aspect ratio. But if you have enjoyed the video, please like it. That would really help me out. If you comment, I will definitely comment back. And if you subscribe, I'll be very grateful, looking to head towards the big 1,000. So thanks very much for watching today. Check out some other videos on my channel and have a wonderful day.